So, Chris, just finished the transfer window. We're in September now. The main point of this episode we're going to chat to the viewers about is Arsenal's shambolic transfer window.
What's there to talk about?
What do you mean, what's there to talk about? What's there to talk about? Just absolute... I'm livid as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure there's many people out there that agree with me. The fact that, you know, the Sanchez deal is still ongoing. It's like he's still at the club and he wasn't going, and we should be paying him the money to stay, and that's like an embarrassment, right? Okay. We didn't get Lamar, we didn't get Mbappe, we sold Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to Liverpool. Like, it's a joke. It's a shambles. It's a joke. We bought two players, Koscielniak and Lacazette, which was done ages ago. Okay. But as an Arsenal fan, it's on every back page of every British newspaper of what a joke Arsenal is with the transfer window.
Actually, I think it's more global, but to be
honest,
global,
yeah, sure, whatever
you want to call it, yeah. But that's been obvious for like the past 3-5 years. How many times have you gone to the Arsenal website and read these pages of articles about this player's gonna stay, or in the media? It's something that I think Arsenal's PR team, I have to give them massive credit for dealing with all the BS that they've had to deal with for over the past 10 years.
But that's their job. That's their job to do. But
that's their job. But the thing is, look, us as fans, the best description I used this to actually a recent Arsenal fan I talked to was that imagine that there are 4 people in the room. So there's 4 representatives. There's the staff, there's the fans, there's the board, and then there's the manager as well. So the lights turn off and a vase broke in the room, and then the lights get turned back on and everyone's looking around like whose fault it is. Look, the fans are toxic because they're frustrated with the product on the field. The players are frustrated because they're not getting a proper coaching, ability. Wenger's probably frustrated because maybe he's not able to function how he wants to, like a director and such, and have a footballing director to help him bring in the proper recruits. Or maybe the board's frustrated because these guys are asking for so much for them, and they just simply see football as a business, which we definitely do. Look how the Premier League's rebranded itself over the past 10, 15 years. It's not the same as it is. It's more of a business now. It
is, but you can see there's a shift coming. There's a change coming. I mean, when you're bidding for Thomas Lamar for £92 million, which was, if that went through, would have been the highest. Would have broke the transfer record in England.
Yeah, so
it's a joke. It's a joke, and it's getting out of hand because it's a joke. Well, because it is. I mean, what players should be branded that much money? Look, I personally, I come from a point of view where it shouldn't be like that.
But look, that's just how it is, man. Look.
But when's it going to stop?
When's it going to stop? It's
never going to stop.
It's a bubble, man. That's what this market is right now. When you have an injection of money from investors coming in, people. So, for instance, if I know that you have $100 in your back pocket right now and you need my assistance right now, I would probably charge you $80 right now because I know that you're probably going to say, oh, well, I was only going to give you 40, but, I am aware that the money that's in your back pocket. That's what happened with Barcelona in this case. Barcelona, when they bought Dembele, for instance, from Borussia Dortmund just needs to sit back there. They don't need to go spend that money.
No, I don't.
They don't. And it's the same thing with Arsenal. Arsenal do have a war chest, but they don't need to go spend that money because, let's be honest, even if they did sign Lamar, even though they moved Ox out and they moved a couple other youth players as well, it's still run like a business. And unfortunately, the wage structure for how some of these players are, it all goes back to when Theo Walcott held the club at arms. And I remember you were like, sign the thing, Theo, sign the thing. And you were all about it. But look what's come back up. Yeah, you were back in 2011, 2012. Okay. You were all about that. And he did put up the numbers for it. But now, what are you saying about Theo Walcott? Oh, he should be gone. Who should buy him? West Ham. Okay, do you think West Ham's going to pay Theo Walcott $140K after he held the club ransom? No. So why are you not holding the players accountable? Why is it always Van
Dijk? But I mean, it can't be the whole. I mean,
everyone.
Here's the thing about the Alexis Sanchez is that it's been going on since the end of last season. Yes. If I'm Alexis Sanchez, I'm actually really embarrassed now. I'm really embarrassed because it's been going on for such a long time. It's a joke. What it says is that my employer doesn't value me and pay me the money that I want to get paid. It's not because Arsene Wenger doesn't pay anyone over a certain amount of money.
It's not about that though. That's 5 years ago.
Alexis Sanchez doesn't want to. He's angry because he doesn't got paid.
The wage structure thing is 5 years ago. You have to take a look at the finances here, and this is the tough thing about being an Arsenal fan. How being a fan of anything.
I get the finances. I get all that.
No, you get the finances then. So then, how the hell are you supposed to pay for them? The goal is Wenger has 2 options here. Let the contracts run out, redo the wage structure because everyone's been saying the same thing that you just told me about we're not paying a player X amount of money. So he finally does. Everyone's like, good job, good job, good job. This player gets a pay raise. Good job, good job, good job. But you're not checking the fact that when you're demanding new signings, that it all costs money.
Well, of course it does, but where's it? But
the wage.
But Arsene Wenger he's so one-sided.
He's not
like,
one-sided.
but he is because but Chris, you can think about it this way: if you're only gonna, let's say Alexis Sanchez is the most highest paid player in the Arsenal squad, correct? Right?
180K, whatever you want to call it.
I think he's on more. Oh, he's only on that now.
If it's more, if it's
right, whatever. But surely Arsene Wenger has to understand that if transfer wages are going to cost 92 million, let's say for Lamar, then wages are going to have to go up.
But wages can only go up by a certain amount.
Right.
This season going in, when we sign Kolasinac, I'm butchering his name by like Video 5 will probably get it. Lacazette as well. That $7 million that our wages allowed to go up every year in the Premier League. This goes for every team within the Premier League, not just Arsenal. Every team in the Premier League, which is what a lot of people are forgetting. There's a certain gap in which the money can go. So when you've been demanding all summer through 8, 10, 12 different videos about Alexis Sanchez needs to sign for 300K, 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 there's not enough room in our wage structure. It's like a salary cap, but it's not physical salary cap.
I reckon there is money there. There is money there.
Because if
Chelsea and Tottenham can play that, I mean, we've got the money. It's not like we haven't got the money.
But their wage structure is done better than ours.
Then they need to get. Then Arsene Wenger or whoever's at the board needs to make the wage structure the same as these, because we're never going to compete. We're never going to be on the top.
So here's the funny thing now. Now you're asking for the wage structure to get done. How are you supposed to? So if I'm paying you 140K and I'm supposed to come up to you, hey Ben, do you want to be paid 80K now? Are you going to say yes or no?
No, of course not.
No,
but you're on a contract. But you've got a contract.
No,
that's a contract.
No, it's not just the fact you can't adjust the wage of the players, but are you more likely to take a pay cut?
Some players have took pay cuts.
No players won't take pay cuts. Look,
some players have took.
Look. If you're going,
Wayne Rooney took a pay cut to go to Everton.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're pulling all these different players from all these different clubs. We're dealing with Arsenal's wage structure right now.
Okay,
it's an absolute mess.
It is a joke. It's a joke. Yeah.
No, it's a joke right now, and you're asking to increase it to be even more of a joke by giving a player now 300K. Yes, it's well deserved underneath a proper wage structure. But the thing is, first, if your wage structure is not good, that's like promising people like, okay, I'm gonna pay you 100 million. Okay, all right, there you go. All right, I'm gonna pay myself 50 million, and then after one day you're like, what's our wage structure? Oh yeah, it's like 20 million. So where am I going to get my 80 million from?
Well, whatever.
It's shambolics. It's like a 24-year-old in university doing the wage structure and just spending his money. Like you remember when you were in college, university, and like you just spent all this money, you had no care in the world. That's unfortunately how Arsenal's wage structure is. It's just like, oh, you know what? I played good for 2 games. Remember Kieran Gibbs' $40 million tackle against West Brom?
Yeah.
Oh, he got a pay raise for that. Where have you seen Gibbs now? Gibbs has been riding the bench. A lot of these players
gone to West Bromwich Albion. Is where he's gone now.
Who cares? But the point is that a lot of these fans and a lot of the players have been just riding the money.
Yeah.
So you're asking for a proper wage structure so we can pay Alexis?
I'm just asking him to get it sorted. All right.
So that's going to take 2-3 years. It's not going to happen.
Well, it's just been a joke.
Well, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Guys, what do you think? We'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Please comment. Am I right? Is Chris right? Can you recommend a way that Arsenal can fix this absolute shambolic mess and try and salvage the season? We're only new into the season, so who knows what's going to happen. Please like, subscribe.
Like, banter, subscribe. Okay. Like, banter, subscribe. Like, God damn it.
Doesn't matter what order we say it in. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video.